Well, we've only got 2 episodes left on Oscar Fix episode 4. Today we pick the winners of Best Animated Feature and Best Director.
Oscars 2010.
Hi, I'm Eric, and this is JD from SceneStealers.com. JD, tell them what they won.
They've won the nominees for Animated Feature, which is Coraline, Fantastic Mr. Fox, The Princess and the Frog, The Secret of Kells, and Up.
Who do you think's going to win?
Up.
End scene. Okay. Coraline was a great, fantastic movie. I saw it in 3D in the theaters, and it was a really quality use of 3D. I thought that they did a lot of different things with it instead of just having things jump out at you. Of course, Avatar proved that you could do that also later with live action. But I think Coraline stop motion animation, amazing movie. Also works in 2D. I saw it again. I've seen Fantastic Mr. Fox 3 times. That's more than any other movie I've seen this year, and that movie holds up. That is a fantastic film as well. No pun intended. Wes Anderson, previously nominated for the Royal Tenenbaums. Nice to see him doing good work in the animated category and still be an auteur. But this is Up. This is Pixar's year again. And of those 3 movies, Up was the only one that made it onto my top 10 list of the year. It's also the most emotional movie of the year.
It's one of the most, one of the most emotional roller coaster rides I've
movie
had.
Nominated, not of the year. Sorry.
Yeah. What's up with The Secret of Kells not being shown at all in the United States, but receiving an award in this category?
Publicists.
Hey-o.
Anyway, I haven't seen it. I'm sure it's great. But let's talk about Best Director.
Funny thing is, no one else has seen it either. Let's talk about Best Director. All right, we've got, for Up in the Air, Jason Reitman. For Precious, based on the novel Push by Sapphire, Lee Daniels. We have Inglourious Basterds, Q, Tarantino. The Hurt Locker, Catherine Bigelow. And her ex-husband, James Cameron, nominated for Avatar.
What's up with that?
Well, it's pretty interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, and you know what? It's Cameron's second nomination. It's Tarantino's second nomination, and it's Reitman's second nomination. But I think that the tide is kind of turning towards the Directors Guild winner, Catherine Bigelow, which would make her the first woman to ever win the Best Directing Oscar.
Which, honestly, would be a fantastic paradigm-breaking sort of moment, but also show that the Academy has not fully lost their minds and want to give a Best Director award to Avatar. I mean, seriously, I think this is a fight for the soul of the Academy, and as far as I'm concerned, the 10-picture thing really shows where they want to go, which is not in a positive direction as far as I'm concerned for the sort of saving their soul.
Please see next episode.
But in terms of, is Avatar going to win? If Avatar wins, it's the same feeling I'll have when Titanic won. Is it a big fat production? Absolutely. Is it a cool movie pushing the boundaries of things? Okay, yeah, sure, there's some interesting things about it, but there are some real serious flaws with that film, and I think that if it wins, it's about money and sales and not at all about artistry.
Well, I wouldn't go that far because Avatar is a big production, and like you said, it employed a lot of people. There were a lot of people that made really great work from it. I think that The Hurt Locker is going to win this, and Catherine Bigelow will win because usually the Director's Award is more for storytelling. And I think that Hurt Locker was a very tightly wound told story. And I would love to see Quentin Tarantino win for Inglourious Basterds too, because his passion pours through every frame of that movie. So that's who I'd like to win. But I think Catherine Bigelow is a great choice, and I think she's going to take it home when it comes down to it. And she's going to beat her ex-husband.
I can live with that. I really can. As long as it's not Avatar, I'm going to be okay. And that is, there's technically wonderful things happening there. And James Cameron is a very capable guy. I still think The Abyss is one of the best epics of all time in that genre, as far as I'm concerned. But this movie, you're right. In terms of storytelling, it's very famously not a really well-told story in Avatar. There's problems there. So the other areas where it did very well, it deserves to win for technical awards, but not for Best Director.
Which is why it's not nominated for Best Screenplay.
And there you go.
Take that shit to the bank, yo.
And then ask them why you brought shit to the bank.
Why did I bring this to the bank?
What have I brought here? Can I deposit this?